Good morning, precious people. Here we are together, another fresh day. Let's take a deep breath and check in with ourselves. I feel okay. It is noisy in here. We're in the airport again, so sorry about that background noise. When I just did my breath, I feel a fullness in my chest, which I'm not sure what that exactly is. Maybe I'll have to think about it later. I'll do my body scan again. I did it when I was breathing. I just feel this like weight on my chest, I guess is what it is. So just so you know, you're irreplaceable with your own unique experiences, wisdom, and light that you bring into the world. Whether you're sipping your first cup of coffee, I'm on my fourth. I never do that. I never have 4 cups of coffee. They've all been cappuccinos too. We're in Brazil, and it has been delicious food, and the coffee is amazing. Chocolate, all the wonderful things you can think of about Brazil. That's what we've been having. So, whether you're easing into your morning routine, whether you see too much coffee, whether you're sipping your first cup of coffee, easing into your morning routine, or if you're already hard at work, I'm grateful you're here listening to this. Today is a gift, so let's open it with wonder and curiosity. While we chat, let's remember we're still growing and learning. So grab your favorite mug and let's welcome this day with open hearts and gratitude, because every morning is a chance to learn something new. I'm so happy you're here. If you hear anything today in the episode that sparks your interest, or a thought, let me know, because I wanna know what your thoughts are on this topic too. So what I'll be talking about today is play, fun, bringing joy into your life, because you can get into the habit of going through every day and you have your set of chores, your set of tasks to do. Sure, you can sit down and watch a show or try to relax, but do you really have any joy or play, something fun to look forward to? I know not this year, but last year when my family made our family goals, one of mine was to have fun, put fun in my life, because it was really lacking. Sure, I get vacation, but it felt like everything I was doing was an obligation. Even my volunteer work, the things I help with at the church, it just feels like not having fun, I guess. So I made a purposeful intention last year to have more fun, and it really worked. I was having a great time. So I want to talk specifically about why joyful activities are non-negotiable and they're a requirement for a healthy brain. So one of the things I looked into is this surge in social preservation parks. There's one in Chile in a place called Cape Forward National Park, and it's become a global trend to treat nature and play spaces as essential infrastructure, not just luxuries. So, I think the United States, wasn't it Dwight Eisenhower who established or no, maybe it was Roosevelt, whoever established the national park system in the United States? Pretty sure. No, I can't remember right now. But because recreation really should be part of your life. The Lord rested on the seventh day and enjoyed his creation. So make sure the Sabbath. I know Charlie Kirk, his new book is about remembering the Sabbath, honoring the Sabbath, because it's very important. to have that fun time, to take a break from the mundane, the tasks you do every day. And sometimes you have to schedule it. You have to put it in your calendar. You make sure other things are put away, your distractions, and you can take a walk. Let's see. And I just want to, pose a question. I'll pose this question to myself too. When was the last time you did something just because it was fun? See, I have a ladies group I organize things for, and the last thing I organized was a visit to the Amazon factory for a tour. And you can go online. They're all over the country. It might not be close to everyone, but I know there's 3 in Florida. I believe Denver has one. I had it booked here in Brazil, the Sao Paulo, but I skipped it. I went to afternoon tea instead. So that's probably the last thing I did, just for fun, out of no obligation to anyone. I went to tea yesterday. So I don't know, just treat yourself to, and it doesn't have to be something expensive like this afternoon tea. It could be, take a ball to the park and chase it around. A lot of people take up pickleball. I've been trying to look into doing that. That looks really fun. Just a sport or an activity or just a nature walk. Get out there and try something new. Every couple of weeks you can switch it up. Anyway, and another thing I think goes along with this playful, joyful activities is date night. Because my husband and I, we make sure we spend time together and try a new restaurant, or make sure it's just the 2 of us and our devices are away and we can really talk about things. We're going on 30 years almost of marriage, or at least a relationship and marriage. And I think that really helps. That we learned that in one of our marriage retreats we went to. And that it's important to spend time, make time for each other, make time for fun and play with someone else and by yourself. So it's not just for kids. There is a biological need for hobbies and laughter. This is a joke here, and I feel like it's very common. You've probably heard it already. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. So, and then there was this other one. I decided to take up extreme gardening as a joyful activity. It's just like regular gardening, but I do it while my neighbors are watching, so I have to pretend I know what I'm doing. So, I don't know, gardening is a good way to, there's a lot of positive things you can do. And gardening is one of them. I really would love that. I would love to have a vegetable garden. Let's see. So, the science behind this. Laughter and play trigger the release of endorphins and nitric oxide, which dilate blood vessels and improve vascular function. So it's good for your heart. A study in The Lancet in 2025 found that consistent engagement in leisure activities reduces the risk of cognitive decline by 20%. Shane. The Lancet found that consistent engagement in leisure activities reduces the risk of cognitive decline by 20%.
So leisure activities help.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Maybe reduces dementia. And then also there is the source for this is The Power of Fun by Catherine Price, where the American Academy of Pediatrics clinical reports, they have clinical reports on play. It notes that play stimulates brain plasticity, which is just as important for adults as it is for children. So it's science-based, it's researched. Play helps your brain, helps your heart. Also, the Bible talks about joy. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. We don't want dry bones. A crushed spirit. So the opposite of a joyful heart is a crushed spirit. And that's in Proverbs 17:22. So modern science is finally catching up to this 3,000-year-old proverb. Drying up the bones is a perfect metaphor for the way chronic stress inhibits the production of red blood cells in bone marrow. And joy is literally biological fuel. I love it. I think it's great. I'm trying to think. Like I said, I was going through a couple of years where I wasn't having fun. Everything was just an obligation. And I would say dried up bones, a crushed spirit is how it felt. Absolutely. Just try to get a little bit of something in your life on a weekly basis. Schedule it. Even if it's like a dance class or, you can go to these painting classes. When I was a kid and when my children were kids, we would sign up for art classes over the summer at the rec center. I took a dance class with my cousin at a rec center. That was so fun. Right now, my son does Krav Maga. He gets out and connects with people. It's actually a really enjoyable activity, and he's connecting with his friends that he met there. Yeah, you might have to sign up for something, an activity, Zumba. Like I said, I have this ladies group, so every week we meet for lunch, and it's not at a restaurant every week. We have, what do you call it? We alternate between the beach, a restaurant, and a park in the middle of the city. Every week we go and have some fun together, connect, enjoy your life. I think part of enjoying your life is connecting with other people, though. Yeah, it's the Sabbath. It's scientifically proven. It's in the Bible. It talks about joy a lot in the Bible because it is important. We're designed to experience joy, and it's biologically required. So I'm going to challenge you to schedule a play date for yourself this weekend. Today is Friday, so think of something you can do tomorrow or Sunday that is play-based. It's so funny. This last week in Brazil, I was going to a couple malls, and they all had little play areas for kids. And I thought to myself, I was like, I wonder if they would let me jump in there, jump in the ball pit. I mean, there are adult places like Dave and Buster's. Trying to think of other places with adults, bowling alleys, things like that. Go-kart racing. There's a lot of places. A batting cage. You can go. If you have a mitt and a ball, you can get it. If you have kids, go out and throw the ball around. I don't know. Just try to do something. A board game.